Chris, you've got some NFL headlines over there, correct?
I do.
Before we get to the first one of Ed Werder reporting the latest on the Ezekiel Elliott contract holdout, the name of Ezekiel Elliott's agent is Rocky Arsenault.
Yes.
Okay. Can you put up the photograph of Marshall with Rocky Arsenault, please, for those who want to know how tight you are with this man? It was at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. You chose him as your presenter. Mm-hmm. He was your agent for all those years, correct?
Still my agent.
Still your agent right now?
Yep.
Good old Rocky. I always enjoy hanging with him the boat game. He's the worst at that.
Oh, my
I
God.
can only hope he's a better agent, and I think he is. Great man. Love him. And so also put up the photograph of how far back you go with Ezekiel Elliott. You go way back.
Way back, yep.
Look at Zeke right there. Where was this?
That's in the Tiger Woods Center up at Nike headquarters.
How old is he here? Is he like 16?
He was a junior in high school when we met. And he was at the Nike opening.
Look at him.
Yep. I've known him since he was 16.
Now a grown-ass man.
Yes.
As we like to say in the NFL business. All right. Ed Werder's tweet. Let's put that up right here on the Rich Eisen Show. This was about 10 minutes ago. Sources. The most recent offer negotiations between the holdout Ezekiel Elliott and the Cowboys came from the team. Elliott has been offered a contract making him one of the NFL's second highest paid running back. That would suggest the team's offering is more than Le'Veon Bell and less than Todd Gurley. Anything you would...
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Sounds good in terms of accurate, or sounds good to what Zeke would be worth?
I haven't checked in today.
Okay.
I was when I was coming up this morning, I didn't check in.
Okay.
To see what their latest offer was, but it's I'd say it's close.
Okay. You would say it's close between he and the Cowboys, or because right now, I mean, Rocky told Mort. I mean, he told Chris Mortensen, we did not find the joke of Zeke who funny at all. Even though Jerry Jones, when he said Zeke who after Tony Pollard had an excellent game against the Rams in Hawaii, did say that Pollard, in his mind, was a compliment to Zeke when Zeke returns. That Zeke would need some time to be obviously spelled, and Pollard is going to be terrific at that, was essentially what he had to say.
Yeah, so, he fixed it.
He did.
He fixed it. But when you are the owner of men,
yes.
you can say all of that. That's like, people accept that. That's fine. It's okay.
But it did not land as a joke with
No,
Rocky.
It's not. It wasn't a joke to me either.
Well, why?
I'm just saying, when you are the owner of men, you can say those things. You're allowed to. Mm-hmm. You actually think that it's okay and it's acceptable.
But it is not?
No, not at all.
What's for those who might sit there?
I mean, Jerry's a grown man himself, and if someone joked about him being kind of a second fiddle owner, he'd take that personal too. Mm-hmm. So. When you the star running back of a team or star player on a team, and your owner is making these statements that players that are beneath you are of the same quality, I mean, it rubs you the wrong way.
I honestly, and you know me, we go away. I didn't think he said that Zeke is beneath me. I didn't see. I didn't get that. I got him having. No, I got him as probably a guy who was just genuinely.
No, he was saying
fired up about seeing this kid ball out.
Right.
He was asked about Zeke, and he joked like Zeke who, and then followed it up with a serious answer.
Let's just get to it.
Sure.
Jerry needs this kid or anybody at the running back position to go out there and perform, because if they had a show, if the showing in the running game is not good, the pressure to sign Zeke becomes greater. We've been through this before. Like, we watched it last year with Le'Veon Bell. Pittsburgh Steelers, fine. Yeah, James Conner, he's going to do great. Now, I think James Conner is very serviceable running back. Can he do something? Yeah. Can he get in there and be held accountable? Yeah. But can he win games for you? Did the Steelers make the playoffs?
No, they did not.
No.
And part of the reason, though, is he had a high ankle sprain at the end of the year, and they had to go with their third string guy. Connor was terrific.
Rich, who cares? Being available is being available.
That is true.
That's it. When you're not available, you're not.
But here's the difference, and I love playing devil's advocate with you, as you know.
Please do.
Okay. That the difference is Le'Veon wasn't under contract. Zeke is. Is he willing to just forego paychecks? Because that's clearly the midnight that Jerry Jones is thinking is coming closer and closer and closer. And as long as that gets closer, is Zeke willing to miss paychecks hanging out in Cabo? Yeah.
How many days are we till the season start?
The Cowboys play their first game in 17 days.
17 days of suspense. We are going to find out.
So right now,
I can't show those cards, Rich. I mean,
okay,
it is what it is, and if the Cowboys want to find out if he's willing to miss game checks, then we shall find out. The question is, are they willing to bargain or gamble with maybe not having him and maybe not winning the Super Bowl this year or having a chance of winning the NFC East or whatever that looked like? Or better yet, having Dak be out there without Zeke to find out what kind of quarterback is Dak. All of those things are we will find out. There's a lot to risk on both sides, and it is what it is. It's not Zeke's fault that he's in this situation. There's something wrong with the system when just because you were drafted first, you get this 5th year tagged on, and then you have to play this extra year. And when a guy who maybe drafted in the 2nd or 3rd round only has 4 years.
Well, that's Dak.
I'm just saying it.
That's Dak's situation.
And he has more leverage than you. Wow. It's just, you can never build the perfect system. And every time we get close to like the CBA being done, these little issues start to come up of things that need to be fixed.
Well, I'm sitting here thinking if my contract with the NFL Network was up and there was a situation where the boss of NFL Network had a microphone in front of him and he said, "Rich who?" after a really good show that I wasn't hosting, I would not find that funny.
Yeah. Yeah. When it's your work, I would not find that funny. It's just not funny.
I need the proverbial Snickers.
We know that. We know that. And Jerry understood what he did. Now, and I guarantee you, Rich, these things, it's weird. They are the Cowboys in every preseason game that Ezekiel Elliott is not there. They are going to run the football well. Jason Garrett we run the football well. They are going to run the ball well.
So to button this up, the dreaded poll question, it is time to ask this of Marshall Faulk. And there's only 2 answers.
Yes.
You cannot give it is what it is. Okay? Can't get an it is what it is. There's 2 answers to this poll question. Chris Brockman asking the poll question.
Marshall, after week 1, will Rich be eating Del Tufo's hat because Ezekiel Elliott is still holding out?
Am I eating a hat?
Rich, you will be eating a hat. And I'm only saying this because we have history here. Jerry has done this before. He's played this game with Emmitt Smith. He played it.
2 games into the
2
season.
games into the season. And that's a fact. And right now the Cowboys, they're in a position that they have to try to reset the market. They have to on every position because salary cap wise, they didn't do a good job. So they have to reset the market. It's not our fault.
Is he in the majority of this poll question results so far?
Yeah, 61%.
Oh, man. And you know Del Tufo's just going to wear that hat working out and all that stuff.
That hat's dirty.
Everywhere. Mike, wear that hat everywhere.
Not only is it a free hat, but it's a dirty hat.
Yeah, you know Callaway's our sponsor.
Everywhere,
and plus, you know,
Mike
too, that
yeah.
That's free.
Yeah.
He didn't pay that.
No.
Do you have anything on that you paid
Nothing.
for at all right now, Mike Del Tufo? Mike, anything that you have on that you actually
I got
paid
a chat. I always have to look. Shorts. I bought the shorts.
You bought the shorts.
Are you sure?
Yeah. No, actually, my mother bought my shorts for me. Take that back.
Marshall Faulk here on the Rich Eisen Show. What other news items do we have over there for
some other
Marshall?
things? A big growing situation in Indianapolis, Marshall, where you know quite well. Andrew Luck's still not practicing. Frank Reich said on Tuesday that the issue with his ankle is a matter of full speed movement versus pain threshold. The team ideally wants to know his status before by week 1, before next Monday, which is 13 days shy of the season opener.
What do you think of that?
It's just amazing, and I'm a fan of Lux, but man, he does not get the same treatment that RG3 gets.
What do you mean?
I mean, he's often injured, not available. Throws a lot of interceptions in big games.
You've been verbally lobbing here. So, but
you notice where this is going? You haven't caught it yet.
Andrew Luck has been to an AFC Championship game. Andrew Luck one and done to the Houston Texans last year, the team that nobody thought could do anything. I mean, Andrew Luck has had
given a chance, Rich,
and RG3 was not given a chance.
I'm just saying he was given a chance.
So, what is your point here?
Nothing. He was given a chance. That's it.
Do you think, let's ask this question then. Do you think a quarterback that does not practice at all in the third preseason week on a situation that involves his ankle has the ability to start week one?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, without a doubt.
So we're not at DEFCON 1 right now.
The game is different, and just how the coaches are coaching and what they are doing. I'd be worried if this was year one.
Sure.
Under Frank Reich, this would be different. But I mean, it's not a big deal now. Speed of the game, obviously seeing it in real time, it helps. But if you think about, I mean, what the Rams did last year, and they barely played their starters, and
right.
you go out and you try to simulate game action. And you try to control the action, and I think that's where the league is going.
When you say barely played their starters, do you mean Todd Gurley in the NFC Championship game, Marshall?
Same thing.
Let me get to that here.
Same thing. We can.
What is going on with that knee of Todd Gurley's?
That's a good question, Rich. I wish I had the answer, but if it's anything like what I had, it's just something that you have to manage.
What did you have?
I had my meniscus was degenerative, and it doesn't grow back. It's just going to continue to wear down. It's like brake pads in a sense. And the more you use it, the less you're going to have. And that cushion, as it starts to disappear, it causes swelling in the knee.
Right.
So you really have to manage your knee. You really have to. There's a lot of treatment and ice. And I think that's where I shouldn't say I think. If that's where Todd is, then it's something that he has to manage.
Well, you know McVay obviously very well, being close to the Rams organization, you being Marshall Faulk. He's a smart guy. Do you think that they're going to still ride him in the same way that they did for the first 12 weeks of the season last year?
Last year was different because you have to look at the backups that they lost. I mean, they had to get C.J. Anderson off the street.
Yes, sir.
So by losing backups, you can't have guys in the game that you can't depend on in the passing game. In the whole protection aspect of it.
So they have Brown. What do you think of the rookie? What do you think of the kid from Oklahoma State? Right.
I like what they've done, and they've gotten some help in the backfield. Some guys that, and if they can stay healthy in the backfield, if they would have stayed healthy in the backfield, this would not have been an issue for him.
But they couldn't.
They did not.
So they go in a full complement with these three guys. Then we won't see Gurley touch it, 30 times a game like we did sometimes?
I'm not going to say that. I still think you're going to see, because if you look at the pace that he was on, the Rams do a great job at not just running him into the middle of the line of scrimmage. They create matchup situations, and a lot of the times it's he has to make a safety miss or a linebacker miss, and he's off to the races. So it's not like he's taking a pounding. They spread things out and run the ball. They condense things and throw the ball. They do a lot of different stuff. But you need him in there because he's the nightmare. He's the mismatch. And in the Super Bowl, the fact that he wasn't available fully against arguably the greatest probably chess game player in Bill Belichick, when you have when you want to stop an offense, I mean it was like you made it so easy for him.
Yeah. Like you had a running back tied behind your back.
Yeah, it was like, okay, Anderson's back there. They're running. He can't hurt us in the passing game, and that was it.
Marshall Faulk here on the Rich Eisen Show. Hit him up with another one over there.
Okay, former Browns coach Hugh Jackson. Huge profile about him in Sports Illustrated's NFL preview coming out. The big quote you're going to
You have a question with their choice of subject?
I'm not sure. But the big quote that you're seeing right now is Hugh saying he's not a loser. It's not who he is. All the losses in Cleveland ate him up, kept him up at night.
What magazine?
Sports Illustrated.
Like, does he have a friend there?
Well, Silver's not there anymore.
But I'm just trying to figure this out, and I don't know disrespect to Hugh.
It sounds like you are actually disrespecting him. I got to be honest with you.
Does it sound that way? Really, does it sound that way?
Yeah,
because I actually like Hugh. I'm just wondering, how did he get this interview? How did he get this interview?
I think they're just reflecting on how poorly last year went for him. He lost a couple of family members, was fired from Cleveland.
Oh, okay.
After only a couple of wins. He did admit he failed tremendously, but noted how it
So
hurt
shouldn't
him.
that be in like People? Time?
Not Sports Illustrated.
Right. What am I being insensitive to?
You know what, Marshall? I'm gonna be the host here.
No, are you guys thinking this?
I'm gonna turn the page.
Are you guys thinking
and
this
you're
like
saying it? And you're saying it? Perhaps. What did you make of Odell saying it was personal? That the Giants traded him because it was personal. Not
because it was.
I'd say I was.
Because like
By
it
the
was
way, I
personal.
agree.
Because it was.
I
Like,
agree.
it was personal.
It was personal.
Like this, I'm okay with that.
Me too.
It's like you want him to cover it. No, it was personal.
Oh yeah. He said that I said he wasn't their brand. That was when he said that he was their brand. The Giants brand. He wasn't the Giants brand.
The Giants?
The New York Giants brand has never been somebody like Odell Beckham before.
Okay.
Okay. What I'm saying is he definitely kept them relevant. That's for sure.
I mean, Lawrence Taylor was kind of in the same mold in the things that he did and how he was. Now,
He's the greatest defensive player ever, maybe.
I'm just so
but
not
Odell,
in there.
what I'm talking, he never proposed to kicking nets and stuff like that, and lifted his leg as a celebration.
Let's
in
say
the end
we
zone.
didn't see it because we didn't have as many cameras
That's possible.
following people at that
That's
point in time.
That's possible.
We don't know what they did back then.
I agree. It was
and
personal.
I'm gonna say now because I know those guys, they did something like that. I'm telling you, it was some stuff going on. But I'm gonna say this, Rich. They just had a problem with him and his honesty and his willingness to challenge teammates by the things he had to say. I'm gonna say mainly Eli. It was a lot. He had a lot to say about Eli. He had a lot to say about management and the things that they did. And as players, we accept it when we are criticized. We accept it when people write about it. We accept it on the shows when you talk about us. But GMs and owners, they are sensitive, and they don't want to be talked about unless it's winning and doing great. And when they mess up and you talk about them, it's bad. You're not supposed to. It's not a level playing field.
Do you think Eli plays all 16?
Does Eli play?
All 16 games this year for the New York Football Giants, Marshall Faulk.
I can't. Based on the history of what the Giants organization, what they do,
Right.
or better yet, what they did to my very own Kurt Warner, who had a winning record before they replaced him with Eli.
Right.
I mean,
Isn't that amazing?
full circle is full circle.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
And guess what? Eli's going to take it like a champ.
Like Kurt did.
He has not said one thing about it.
That's correct.
And that's just who he is. That's his character.
So then the answer is he will not play 16 games.
I
this year.
can't see him playing 16 games. I don't think this team, and I could be wrong, but I don't think this team is ready to compete. And they obviously.
But you do love Saquon, though, right?
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah, without a doubt.
Well, he's their saving grace in that regard, don't you think?
Well, you got to have some grace to save it. I mean, what's
Who's the other
there?
grace? Because Odell's in Cleveland.
Right, the kid will be out there by his lonesome. That's hard.
Did you have a piece of equipment that you could not do without, like Antonio Brown's helmet?
Very very similar. The shut helmet that I believe he was wearing a
Yes.
shut helmet.
Yeah.
I wore that, and I was just like, man, I'd have an issue. I would have an issue with that. I mean, I wore that helmet or something like it.
Right.
Pretty much my whole football career.
Right.
Not just pro. I'm talking college,
Right.
high school.
Was it this? It wasn't the same helmet though.
Not
right?
the same helmet.
Did you take the same helmet from Indianapolis to St. Louis? The same actual helmet?
No, not that. No.
Because apparently that's what Antonio did, taking the same helmet from Pittsburgh, and he hands it to the Raiders saying, make this into a Raider helmet. And they couldn't because it was a discontinued helmet, 10 years old.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't even make the helmets anymore.
Right. Yeah.
So do you understand what he's doing? Or
well,
you think
I understand the comfort in which he wants to play with. Like,
right.
I get that. I understand that. I just, there has to be some type of way that if a player wants to wear something, he gets to wear it.
Even if it's discontinued and not as safe as what other potential helmets he can wear.
Rich, sign a waiver that if anything happens to you in this helmet, or better yet, you can never be part of any concussion, medical issues needed beyond when you're done, then do so. But I mean, why must there be a winner and a loser in this situation?
Well, I mean, isn't the winner the one who's getting his head protected? Right?
Well, that's
what I'm saying.
His head protected is under the assumption that it's going to be. For him, he thinks exactly what you think. He thinks his head is protected in that helmet.
Well, I also think that he probably thinks he's safer because Vontaze Burfict is his teammate now.
I would love to see that. That is just what
that's the third time I've used that line this week.
What kind of conversation
It's a great line.
are they having?
Right? Him and Burfict?
Yeah.
With Incognito is the one who's recording it all down.
Wow. Like just those three.
Who's your what right now? Your
That's
first
like
blush,
old Raider stuff.
right?
The Raiders used to collect.
Yeah, where's Matuzak? Right? Your first blush or your belief in who wins the Super Bowl makes it and wins it.
Makes it. You cannot not put Tom Brady in there. We just shoo him in.
Right.
I can't.
What about the Chiefs pulling it together again? Pushing the same rock up that same hill?
I have to see defensively. I need to see what that's going to look like.
Okay. I mean, Tyrann Mathieu should make him better, right? When do you think?
The coordinator.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know, he had that year with the Giants, and that defensive run hasn't been the same anywhere else he's been, but he's been a bunch of places since.
Okay. And so you like the Patriots in the NFC?
It's hard to beat Bill and Tom.
I think he's going to go in the direction that I'm thinking of going.
And
in the NFC?
In the NFC, the Saints. I'm just trying to figure out. They're playing with a whole nother purpose because of how last year ended.
And then the year before that too.
Yeah.
Last 2 years.
Yeah, but last year was 2 years ago was like something happened. Last year they feel like they got robbed.
What if a certain somebody comes off of Cabo in time to play all 16 games?
There's a chance there, but these holdouts, they affect teams. They actually affect the nucleus of your team. Because and I'll be honest with you, if I'm Zeke and I was sitting down and I saw that they signed Jalen Smith, I'm pissed.
Well, he says there's less pie now for everybody, Jerry.
Right. I'm just saying, I'm pissed.
Well, they got to conduct their business. Otherwise, they're not going to stop, right?
Exactly. But, I mean, you did hear them say, yeah, we're taking some time off from talking to them. Well, why? Conduct business.
It's all a game. You know that, though.
Hey, and we love it.
Are you heading, and you're heading there now?
I'm on my way there. I have
Cabo?
I have a bet. His kid been busting his butt training. So, you know, I got some drills and some stuff that I used to do because I played whole games. There wasn't no tap. You know how I get when I see tapping out.
Yeah, right.
So you know, I've challenged him with his conditioning and trying to get him closer to football ready, not just being in good shape.
Zeke.
So I'm going down to try to make him throw up. That's my job.
So the over-under is 1/2 of a yak?
Oh, I'm going to get him.
You can take the over. You're taking the over.
I'm going to get him. I got to make him throw up.
Great to see you here, brother.
Same here, man.
You know you're welcome
Same
here
here.
anytime. You know. You're the man. That's Marshall Faulk, Pro Football Hall of Famer.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.